So, we're starting a new series called Conscious Consumerism. So, if you look up the definition, this is basically looking at where we're consciously putting our dollars and making sure that it's going into the pockets of people who not only really deserve it, but are actually furthering missions, furthering purpose, furthering good on the planet, instead of just tossing our money away into the nearest money pit, into the nearest void, where it may not be so. And so here is some ideas in the next series to be able to really look at what you are doing and how your habits influence other people, right? So here's the thing is that throughout the course of the last few years, especially, my business has opened and closed, and I have found myself in lots of different areas of scarcity in terms of finances. And so when you don't have the money to be able to pay for everything that you need, you have to start getting really scrappy and you have to start getting really creative and thinking outside the box. And so this series is actually me helping you see some things that I've learned to be able to make not only your money spend further, but also to make a little bit better buying decisions and some really creative, fun ways to get your needs met that actually don't involve spending money at all. One of the biggest things I wanted to share with you is that while I do not in any capacity want you to feel financial scarcity or poverty, I don't wish that on anyone. What I will say is my own experience, that has been the biggest lesson of my life. I have learned the most from not having the money to be able to go just buy my way through life. And it causes you to value things very differently. It causes you to look at things very differently. It causes you to spend your money very differently and your resources and your time. It creates a complete vibe shift in your entire life because you're now looking through the lens of what actually matters most and how can I actually get my needs met in the most authentic way, but also the way that suits the needs. And when you don't have the money to be able to buy your way through life changes. You start to get a different lens on your life and you start to actually value things so much differently and appreciate things so much differently. And I think as a world at large, these are some things that we have historically sort of taken for granted are the things that we buy, right? The things that we invest money in. We just toss money at it and it's fine. But a lot of times this ends up being kind of empty. And you can see this in a lot of people who are very financially wealthy. I don't know about you, but I don't know too many of them that are happy with their lives. So it turns out that while money is necessary, money is a tool, money is a resource, it isn't everything, and it does not bring fulfillment necessarily. It helps you meet your needs, it helps make life easier, but this is where that whole money doesn't equal happiness things comes from, is because if you can track the people who are the happiest in their lives, a lot of times they're the people that don't have a lot of money. And I'll tell you that that's because they value things. They actually look through the lens of what's actually important and not just what their money can buy, because the more money that you have, typically the higher the lifestyle that you want to have and that now you have to maintain, and now you've become a slave to your life. And a lot of those things don't even spark joy anymore. They're just things you think that you have to do or that you have to have or something like that, but it's not always the case. And so I always love introducing this topic because for one, there's so many really beautiful ways that you can make your money spend further, but also have free and very low cost ways of being able to meet your needs that actually bring a sense of purpose and bring a sense of fun and creativity. And so I'm really looking forward to sharing these with you.